Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Eador Genesis New Horizons modded. In the last episode, we extended the range of our kingdom, fighting through 2 Tier 4 provinces, and meeting the first Astral Master on this shard, Oam, or rather, the first time we're encountering one of them here. We built the Siege Workshop, getting us access to our second Tier 2 unit. That's not an ally, that is. Oh, right, and I suppose we also built the Necromancers Guild, giving us our first Tier 2 spell school, with the sole purpose of giving Ilarin that 2-tier spell, and we haven't done that yet. Maybe we should double back home to pick up that spell now. Anyway, since we met Oam, this gave us an opportunity to take advantage of the fact that he so happened to have excess horses. And we are effectively renting one from him. Every turn, he gives us access to one of his extra horses, and we give him $25 and 3 gems for the privilege of doing so. This is really useful because horses are 129 gold per horse. So we will want to build as many structures that require horses as possible in order to get away from relying on him for them in the future, because eventually we will have to fight him. There are some horses here at this free settlement, so if we take on these barbarians and win, we could probably purchase this settlement to get our own horses at that point. Anything else of note? Well, we sent Ilthin down here. Actually, did we look at our heroes yet? I don't think we did. Let's look at our heroes really quick as well. So, we have Daros, who is wounded. He's at 3/4 of his hit points at the moment. And as you can see, he lost a big chunk of his army fighting off that barbarian battle here that had a behemoth in it. Good God, that was really difficult. But we won, and thankfully, all our little tier 1s still survived. Most of our tier 2s did not, though. For equipment, he's gained nothing new since the beginning of the last episode. Since the end of the last episode. No, beginning of it. Nothing happened in the last episode to give him a new thing. He does, however, have his first Tier 2 spell slot. So Cat's Reflexes are what I intend to give him. For Ilthin, he did not reach level 10. He's 9.5. This is a bit awkward, because I really need him to be level 10 as a ranger, so we can start doing even more difficult battles. We sent them over here in order to kill the forest guards and the elves, but then I realized that the forest guards are actually guarding a fairy tree here. And I kind of want to have access to fairies, so we're not going to fight them. We will, though, I think, send Ilthin in to fight these elves. And as for Ilarin, as you can see, we are sending him back home to pick up a Tier 2 spell now. And there's not much else for him. Unfortunately, we're just not finding anything that he can actually take on. We are using him probably in the worst way for that purpose, having him go out to Tier 3 and Tier 4, or Tier 2 to Tier 3 provinces, and explore them in order to have these places grow more to give us more income. Finally, speaking of our income, we are earning 237 gold and 12 gems per turn. It is turn 92. And things of note is that we have reverted twice and found 2 red treasures. Alright, so with that done, since the music's about to stop, I think this is a good place to cut this really quick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so let's start playing. So I've already assigned Ilarin to come back home, and Ilthin's going to be fighting the elves. What do we do with Daros? I think, even though he is significantly low on troops, because I've already built buildings, let's at least see what's inside the Valley of Swords. More barbarians are there, but I want to see how strong they are. If there's no behemoth, we might be able to actually beat them with Daros all by himself, effectively. So let's see how difficult this will be. I think we've already built 2 structures inside our Demosthene. And we've already built 2 buildings and probably hired guards as well. So let's end our turn. There's a behemoth here. Okay. The hero Darius has entered the province of Valley of Swords. The barbarians who claim these lands to be theirs by right are sending an armed party to intercept. We will not win this fight. Darius is hurt. We're down units. It's more or less exactly the battle we had just done. We're retreating. But now we know what's there. The hero Ilthin has headed into the wildest part of the local forest. The inhabitants of the thicket have noticed him and are getting ready to attack. 6 enemies. Elves and a medium. Been a long time since I've seen a medium. Let's attack. Okay. This is indeed as dangerous as it looks. This is a lot of potential damage that the elves have here, and I'm going to be really stupidly nervous about them. We may take losses here, and it may be most of my troops. Let's see. Okay, let's get started. So we can raise a false alarm for $39. We absolutely will do that to lower their stamina. It means that they don't do as much damage, and they can't move as fast. Only the wind path ones struck me last turn. Okay, so... what spells do I have on you again? Nothing that will really help you. Other than we can steal ammo from some of them if we so wish. We're gonna, what's your range? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. They all can move 2 spaces, or we'll be able to after they're done resting. So we're gonna start losing swordsmen here. This will be acceptable. We can replace them with ratmen. So... we do 22 damage, and they have 6 resistance in there and 8 point. We should be able to kill an elf if we've got the range on it. Let's move you here. Move you down. I'd rather not lose the Icarai, so I'm not going to move him at all. We will haste Ilthin and move from 3 spaces to here and kill this elf. I don't particularly care about the medium. It's got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff to help elves, but it's not, I don't think it's an actual healer. So I don't have to worry about it keeping anyone alive, and it's not going to matter anyway. We're going to one-hit kill every elf here. And that's pretty much it. And it's going to be Ilthin who does all the killing. Everyone else, I think, stays put. We can also haste our Icarai to kill one of these elves, if we so desire, next turn. Oh, that's annoying. Good for her dispelling haste. And we took a lot of damage there. We will haste our Icarai. And it's over. We'll take a lot more damage on Ilthin the next 2 rounds. He'll run up here to get healed by these 2. And in the end, we didn't lose anyone. That's amazing. Stop hitting him! I have any healing spells on you? We do. Close. Very close, but not yet level 10. I guess arguably range attack is better than normal defense. You're dead whenever anyone hits you anyway, little fairy. So we'll go with range attack. What's your resistance? 3? We'll give you a point of counterattack. Illusionary Battle, Ritual Scroll, not so great. Actually, that will be useful here. This will level him. Okay, that will level him. So, let's immediately start with that. I really should be using more of my rituals. I haven't been using them as often as I should be. So let's use Illusionary Battle. Creates illusionary enemies for the hero's army to fight. Fighting these illusions is safe enough, but the experience the units gain is real. The hero Ilfin is attacked by a phantom army. The battle with the illusion passes without losses and brings valuable experience. When the deception is revealed, the hero's morale is reduced slightly. He is a level 10, and I want him to be a ranger. So... it's the spells you have, Tim. And actually, concentration is good, because I think the spells you wanted to take are all like mass sleep and mass slow and stuff like that. So we'll grab this. A scout who has mastered the secrets of conjuring becomes a ranger, able to explore provinces faster and sabotage enemies more efficiently. A ranger can enchant his arrows and moves before his enemies. We'll give you, range defense or healing. You have no range defense. I'm going to give you 1 range defense. You have 12 morale already. We'll give you more morale. Hit point or range defense. We'll give you a hit point. And I guess you gained... actually, I don't think you gained a health stat or anything like that when you level up again. Or if you did, I didn't notice it. But I think if you gained something, it was just health, because I see no extra space for command or spells here. Okay, so... now that you're a ranger, you are more efficient and effective with your types of sabotage. We can probably begin killing Acreal and Centaurs now with you. So let's move you here, and we'll definitely do that. Alarin, you are here for a tier 2 spell. We want Raise Ghoul for you. And that will do. Okay. And then here's nothing for you to fight. We're going to send you up here in order to explore. I'm going to maybe do something that looks a little odd. I'm going to destroy the storehouse here. And we're going to build a granary. And we're going to upgrade the granary. I can't. Okay, hold on. Let's build the Drivers Guild. This will give us access to stables. Stables are really useful because they accelerate the mobility of heroes who pass through this province. I think... yep. Now Lauren can travel through here. I generally like putting them into swamps in order to make them much more traversable. It's only 1 mobility point to travel through it. So instead of being stuck here and taking another turn to reach this location, we now pass straight through. And I can only build... oh, I can only build 1 building here. Okay, that's fine. Who's next? Daros. Oh, hey! It's a hero for Ohm. He's got at least a warrior so far. Let's... oh, I just built 2 buildings. Now I can't rehire his army. I'm going to start moving you back then, Daros. Yeah, we'll move you back to this fort that already exists then. And I think we'll probably replace a sawmill with a library, so it will be effectively we can replace our spells, get new units, and repair everything there. The adventurers returned from the tiring journey. They managed to find the very city the lost Ratman had spoken of. Upon hearing the news, he leaves immediately, promising to send you a gift as soon as he reaches the city. Well, that's good. I forgot all about the fact we were helping that Ratman do that. Alarin, you begin searching. Uh-oh. He's also got a wizard. We're going to destroy the Watchman's Guard now. And place something stronger here. Although, to be honest, I don't have anything that's significantly stronger to put there. So why don't we build the Mercenaries Guild? Attracts better mercenaries to the castle, increases the probability of employing the services of adventurers, allows hiring the Mercenary Guard. I forget what the Mercenary Guard consists of, but I remember liking it. They're not that expensive to maintain at 12. So, let's purchase them. Especially because we have horses to do so at the moment. And then here, We could build... why don't... You are heading down one more spot. Okay. Let's put a stable here. And is there any other stables I want anywhere? Generally, I like having a big, nice line to get me to the front lines. If battle breaks out and I need to run back and forth between locations. That would mean putting one here and one here. But I think we'll be okay. Actually, you're a town? Sure, we'll put a stable here too. And we can't really afford any other stables. We need money to rehire the army that Darius is going to want. Ilthin, you're going to fight us some... Oh, let's... I don't like either of these. Let's start with the centaurs. Probably lose the whole army fighting them. Let's end the turn. The hero Lauren has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 4% of the land in the province of Tannerside. Continue exploring. The hero Ilthin has approached the deserted ruins of a city of the ancients. Often an ancient artifact or some treasures hidden by the current occupants of the ruins can be found in such places. Scouting has revealed that the ancient ruins are not as deserted as they may have appeared at first sight. Young centaurs, and a centaur warrior. Probably 2 young, 2 normal, and 1 centaur warrior. Ilthin says he can't win. I don't agree with you, Ilthin. You can win. You can win this fight. It's not going to be easy, but you can win it. We will lose units here. We will probably end up losing most of this. I'm really worried about the ferry. Alright, let's start. So, I think we will end up lowering their stamina by 2/3 now with this. Which I think is a better thing to do. It will lower the damage output that they do, and they won't be able to reach my lines as quickly. Poison the water with, I think, the ranger doesn't... It doesn't just do 2 damage per turn. I think it does 3 per turn now. So 9 total instead of 6 total. While useful, we're probably only really killing things with Ilthin. So let's raise a false alarm. And they're all resting up there. That's good. You two should take some hills. And they do not have hills knowledge, so they will be slowed down by these hills. Ilthin does not have range on them. Oh, let's also look at what else the ranger has picked up. So, there's a way for me to... Maybe I can't see it from here. So, Ilthin has gained as a ranger, if I recall correctly, he's gained 1 point in all knowledges for terrain. So, he and his army can move... Oh, no, I'm sorry. He can move... No, I think it is he and his army. Is that right? His army can move on hills without spending more stamina to do so, and he can be in swamps without losing any stamina, and without affecting their defense. More importantly, I can also move into hills without it requiring more movement. Which is what I intend to do here, in order to shoot and kill this guy. Let's move you up. 1. Should also haste him. I thought we'd kill him. That's a bit worrying that we can't one-round the centaur. Okay, Urkerai comes back. We heal him. We could slow this guy. I think we will do that. He'll probably move here and shoot my healer. We'll deal with him later, though. Oh no, shooting me. Okay, well that's acceptable. Heal our crossbowmen. Guess we will heal our Ikarai. kill this guy. Since he's slowed, he won't be able to reach you this turn. He might charge him. No, still focusing on our leader. Right, again, that's acceptable. Our leader has a lot of hit points. Seven counterattack, 3 defense. Still slowed. He'll slowly lose more stamina too. Let's see if we can kill this one next. I don't want this guy to be struck by him, so I'm just going to leave him there this turn, and you're going to step back. We will threaten that one, though, with our Ichor Eye. I'll be surprised if this guy doesn't get a ranged defense medal after this battle's done. We need to do 10 damage, and we can't. But we can still hurt him pretty badly. Well done, Ilthin. Forced March. Garbage. Leather bracers plus 2 hit points. $230 and 19 gems for the battle. You're already wearing leather bracers, and I'd rather you had the blacksmith bracelet, so this is actual trash. Okay, so we can probably fight the Acreal next. That will be a tougher battle. Those should all be a... Well, no, because we'll once again... we'll raise a false alarm again, I'm thinking. Right, so what else did he gain? So he's gained Enchanted Arrows now as a ranger. So his range attacks also do 4 points of magic damage, lowered by the enemy's resistance. Just as a heads up. And what am I building next? We should keep... Well, actually, with the money, I need to first repurchase an army for Daros. So we'll grab 2 monks. And then I think 3 ballista. Okay. I want to destroy the sawmill here. And instead we build a library. Then, Daros can finally take his cat's reflexes. I have not forgot about the duelist that's available there. I would like to give it to Ilthin instead of Daros. Alright, Daros, do we want to fight anything here? Black unicorns. I don't even remember what black unicorns are capable of doing, everyone. I think there's at least 2 of them. You know, I could do what I suggested everyone else does in the last video and look them up really quick. So I'm going to do exactly that. So if I look for units, and I want black unicorn, what are they capable of? Can I see? Oh my god, if this is their basic stat line, they're going to be annoying. 75 hit points, 19 stamina, 14 morale, 24 attack, 25 counterattack, magic strike, 3 movement, 4 defense, 5 range defense, 14 resistance. They're gonna hurt. I don't know if I can kill 2 of them. And if there's 3 of them there, that's definitely not going to happen. If there's more than just the black unicorns, that's also going to be really rough. Oh. I guess we won't do it. So instead of that, then, what do you want to fight? Well, Daros, we could begin sending you over here to possibly fight gnolls. You could probably kill these orcs as well. So let's send you up here first. We'll probably kill the orcs to start. Or, well, could kill the gnolls. Depends on how many tormentors there are in that fight. We'll lose more army. But we can probably handle it. I would really like him to be level 20 before we fight anything overtly evil like the gnolls. But there's no real locations for us to do the battle in. How about those slave drivers, Tim? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tier 4. Have we been here before? We have not. But it's 2 turns to get there. What else is here? I can kill the centaurs. It'll be tricky. We can kill them. I think we can kill them. Might lose his army. We can just rebuy it again. What's up here? Medusa Swamps. I think we'll be immune to petrification. We could conquer this little lizardman lands here now, but I don't really need a 1 gold 2 gem province, which risks increasing our corruption by taking it. So we won't go there. It's not... Well, lizardmen, I think, aren't very chaotic, so they won't increase the corruption too much, but I'm not going to do it. Let's go here and fight the orcs. Ilthin, yep, you'll do that lookout tower. Alarin, you're here. Let's have you explore. I wouldn't mind the Fighters Guild. We should take advantage of the fact we have horses at the moment, Tim, as well. I forgot all about this quarter, the forest quarter. How much money am I making per turn now that I have an army? I think we'll just hold on to the cash now for a little bit. Let's keep upgrading other buildings if I can. So I think we can upgrade taverns. We can upgrade pubs to taverns. Let's begin getting that process done everywhere. Here, Alarin has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 3% of the land in the province of Tannerside. The hero Ilthin approaches a fairly strong, relatively new and well-protected tower. The inhabitants of the tower have noticed him and are preparing for battle. Ikarai, Luminary, Stalker, and a Witness. There's probably, that's 4 of them, there's probably another Ikarai here, is my guess. But the Luminary can summon another Ikarai, so they actually have 6 units here, not 5. We can win. Wouldn't mind having more hills, though. Oh, I don't... Can they fly over mountains? I think they can. I don't think you want Ilthin there, Tim, but I don't remember. You're not going to need the range. They're going to be in your lines very quickly. Do this and prepare for their charge. And we absolutely want to do one of these. We should be, again, the false alarm to lower their stamina. They all rested. Okay, that works out for me. We can advance a little bit. Get a haste on. Ilthin now has range on these 2. They're still tired back there. 10 damage. He's got 11 hit points. Alright, their little guys are gone. Little guys. The Ikari are gone that they had. And he's pretty tired. He's probably just resting some more. Good. This one's the next big threat, because he has a net that can entangle us. His movement's only 2, and luckily will not be high enough to kill this guy this turn. It's 5 counter attack. You can kill him with 1 go, though, so let's do that. He was able to reach you. I did not think he could. Let's pull you back. Ilthin, the new Daros. The really cowardly ranger. 47 gold, 10 gems. Very nice. Resistance. What's your morale? 12. Let's give you... What's your resistance as well? 3. Let's give you 2 more morale. Fireblade. Celestial Shield as spells. Celestial Shield increases ranged units, range defense of all friendly units within 1 tile by 6, and resistance by 1. Nice. We'll take that. There's not enough space for new dwellings. I'll think about it. Okay. Just heading back up there again. That's so awkward. It's taking 4 turns for him to travel around. We really need some more locations explored near him. I think after Laren clears this, lets this place grow more, he's heading up to this swamp to check it. And Ilthin, you are now done with the locations here. I really don't want you to explore. Will we gain experience turning in the quest to the Lizardmen? I don't know, so let's find out. If we do, great. If not, it'll be an expensive learning lesson because we'll have wasted a turn. But at least I'll know. We have $85. We should build something. Reduces the cost of construction in the castle by 10%. Let's do this. This sounds like it'll help all the other buildings that we ever want to make. Allows upgrading outposts in provinces to a 4. It also gives us access to the Citadel, which gives us 3rd rank units if we so desire. And actually, we have access to the Plague Temple, which is a 3rd grade unit. I think we unlocked like at least 1 3rd grade unit, didn't we? We did. We have access to the Great Eagle Chapel, which gives us access to War Priests as a tier 3. So I'm kind of glad then we also did unlock the Monk for that reason. Do I have... nothing else for the Ballista, it looks like. We're not going to take the Jousting Arena, not until we have secured our own horses. Okay. I mean, Daros could probably, by the way, take out these barbarians. I think we'll probably end up doing that after this orc battle. He might as well. He is strong enough. We lose some of his army, but he still wins. That's acceptable. We should always be now upgrading our pubs to taverns. Gives us 3 more gold per turn. The hero Ilthin has entered the province of Bottomless Bogs. I love that name. The totems encountered on your way clearly indicate these lands belong to a tribe of lizardmen, and the skulls impaled on spears reveal that they don't like guests. 12 enemies. Let's negotiate. You have eliminated slugs. Superb. You have proved that you are worthy of being called our friend. So the alliance is formed? Don't be in such hurry. I know that you already have an ally, and I'm not going to form an alliance with him as well. But you have done me a service, and for that, I can give you several crystals. What do you say? Alright, give me the gems. Lizardman Messenger brings you a coffer filled with magic gems. Your supply of gems is increased by 119. Excellent! And we did a level! Hey, okay! That's pretty cool. So that is totally worth doing. I don't think I care about spell power very much at this point. So I want the ability to lower someone's magic, I want to ignore people's magic resistance I want concentration so that our spells last longer on the enemy. That's what I'm looking for mage skills. Wisdom could also be useful for additional spell slots. So I guess we'll grab Scouting 3, which will allow us to have Poison of Water, and the Ranger has access to one more Scouting skill that he normally would have access to. So he'll effectively have level 4, I believe, being able to create panic. Hero Lauren has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 3% of the land in the province of Tannerside. A fire has broken out at the sawmill in the province of Tannerside. It's not yet too late to do something about it. What are your orders, sir? It's organized an operation to rescue the workers. Thanks to the efforts of the rescue team, no one is killed in the fire, but the sawmill has burned to the ground. No matter, let's build a new one. I'll think about it. All right, let's do that then to start. Then another pub gets upgraded. And that's done. We might as well... I want you to come up here to explore this for Daros, but I guess we'll actually have you go... We should do it in the order here. Slowly move them up in this direction, since Wicker Forest also needs to be expanded. We already have everything here, so maybe we can get by with just using the... that one ritual. What's that one ritual called? Fair Wind. Speaking of rituals, let's look to see if we can cast another ritual. We should always be trying to do this. So, Walking Dead could be useful for Alarin to give him another undead unit. How many gems am I earning per turn? No. With only 9 gems, I don't want to cast it yet. Any other rituals, Tim? Miracle of Nature. Is any spot particularly small, despite being this late in turn? Let's cast it here on Posset's Banks. It's just a dwelling here, so we should definitely want this to be... we want this to grow, so we're going to work on that. We don't need any more guards. Daros, let's fight those orcs. You should be able to win that fight. Ilthin, what are we doing with you? What's around here that we can possibly have you fight? The slave drivers are an option. Could kill the Cyclops. There'll be supporting units there, but we can probably kill it. What else is here? Dragon. I think we can kill a dragon. Dragons are immune to magic. They do a ton of damage and have quite a bit of life and armor. I don't think we would win that battle. Would be an amazing battle if we could fight it and kill it, though. I don't think we have what it takes at this moment. We can kill these. We can at least kill the slave drivers at the Tower of Ruins too, I think. Nothing. When you level, you gain health. That's so freaking annoying. So the health stat, by the way, improves your, I believe, your morale and your stamina as well, I think. So it's not just hit points, but it's still annoying. I really want more spells with you, Mr. Ranger. We're gonna send you home first. Why are you so... Oh, you have slow units with you. Okay. It might be time to leave these behind. No, we'll still take them with you. Okay. Alright. Sorry, I'm doing lots of babbling. Everyone's done. Everyone's done. End the turn. The hero Daros has approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him and are preparing for battle. 12 enemies. Bugbear, Orc, Ghost Whisperer, Cleaver, Brute, Spirit Conjurer, Chieftain. I don't remember a Chieftain. That's 7 of them. So there's probably 2 more Orcs. I'm going to guess there's 1 more... probably Ghost Whisperer? 1 more Bugbear? And maybe another Cleaver or another Brute. Let's do it. I hate the layout of this map. I have to... Okay. We need the biggest entry point possible for Daros. We then need our ballista forward. Okay. I think this is good. Let's start. Where's that chieftain? Wow, look at him! What does he do? 90 life, 28 stamina, 31 attack, 27 a counterattack. Ignores half the armor of the enemy. Berserk 2, so he won't suffer from wounds being ground. Has charge, 3 points per space he travels through. Orc leader and all adjacent units receive armor-piercing strike. The unit can cast Order Chieftain, dealing a friendly unit 5 points of damage, but giving it a second turn. Consumes 1 ammo. He has 1 ammo. Cold Rage. Counterattack increases by 3. Oof, he's gonna be tough. And like everyone, he ignores mountains. Does he have? He also has Forced March. If I put Daros here, he can use Forced March and go 1, 2, 3 and slam into Daros for a ton of damage. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Let's wait to move Daros for a tiny bit. He'll be in our ranks next round, so we should prepare for it. I think we do start hitting him. We can bless Daros as well. How much do you heal, little guy? 6. Daros moves here. He takes almost 40 damage. Half his life in a single hit. We can't actually let that happen. He has effectively 7 armor against him. All that's negated by this guy's charge. He's gonna just move around and try to kill everything else besides Daros to start, just a heads up. I think we do keep Daros back for this turn. Let's cast reflexes actually on himself. So he'll be able to attack him without being counterattacked. And let's end the turn. AI's thinking. Dash, we move you up. 1, 2, 3. He can hit any of these units if he so desires, and I can't do anything about it. So this guy's dead. I'll be fine with that. He served loyally for a long time. What am I doing over here, Tim? You have other powerful units on the way. He's dead. It doesn't matter. He's 100% dead on his turn. He also, Tip, has 4 smart, so he can go 1, 2, 3 and kill anyone here he wants until he'll kill the healer. So you've messed this up already. Oof. Well, we knew that was going to happen. $19 damage, and he is enraged. He is not as close to being dead as I had hoped he would be at this point. Let's keep that bless going. Oh, Tim, I don't know why you're shooting him with that. You do almost no damage to him. He can't stay there. You have too many other enemies on the way. Oh, she's enraged. She can't cast any spells for 2 turns. So we have to move her down, and that's it. Well, everyone's dying. We knew that was going to happen, though. Or I suspected that was going to happen. You're enraged, too? No, you're out of ammo? You're out of ammo. And you didn't get any. That sucks. Have to keep hitting this. We have to kill it. That's going to worry about everything else after we've killed it. Little fairy, I'm gonna lose you too. Yeah, the whole army's dying here. This is what I was afraid of an age ago happening. That shield bash is gonna be really annoying. I don't feel like I can... Oh, and now my catch reflexes is also gone. Let's see. I think we might kill him in a single hit because he is evil. That sucks. And I have no way to actually damage him again. Little fairy, you're gonna die right here, right now. So let's move you up here. That was a mistake. Because I can't be cast haste. Okay. Well, that was surprising. Let's move you over here. Haste him again. I hate these orcs and their shield bash. That is the most... Wow, annoying thing. Well, that sucked as well. We can't get pinned by these stupid orcs or we're going to be shield bashed over and over and over again. We have to kill them. This is what we thought was going to eventually happen. Let's begin getting our stamina back. How much damage is this thing gonna freaking do when it finally goes off? Oh, I'm slowed again. We're not letting that happen. I'm not gonna take 1,000,000 damage from one of those totems. We won. Whole army's wiped out, but we won. I don't know how I could have done that any different with this chieftain there. So our first big loss, and what do we get? Basilic's boots, and a Sphere of Destruction. 385 bucks and 40 gems as well. All right, so probably not worth it, but we're gonna keep it. Let's now double back and get an army. Ilthin, we're gonna send you up here instead to give your current army to Daros. And you will hire Ratmen for your force. We need all the money we can get to have we hire new units now, so we will have to wait to spend any more money. Lauren, begin exploring. Lauren, you don't need any spells. You don't need any units. Keep exploring. Darius is almost back. Ilthin. So you can take... Why did I hit repair all? Why do I do that all the time to myself? Shaman's Wand, I think might be useful to whatchamacallit, who's here. Is that correct? Yeah, it's better than his current wands, so we can take that at least. And I guess we can buy you... Nah, no, we don't need anything else with you. You're just exploring after all, Lauren. Ilthin. We didn't even level to 20 with your Daros. Didn't quite make it. That sucks. I want 2 rank 2 spells for you, Ilthin. Fireblade changes your normal attack to all magic attack. That could be useful. I think I would want Sleep as well. So we will go with this at the moment. Could you maybe take on the Black Unicorns by yourself as long as you don't have an army, Daros? Possibly. No, they do magic damage to him. He's only got 7 armor. They'll take 18 damage in 2 hits. They do even more counterattack. No, he can't take out 2. He can't take out 2 or 3 Black Unicorns. It's too strong. Okay, so this army is being left behind. As much of it as I think I can spare for Daros. That includes the fairy. Actually, no, it should be the healer. You need a fairy too, Daros. That sucks. We'll have to go and pick up one and drop it off here. Yeah, we're getting rid of them. So let's take some Ratmen. For tier 1. Grab a Plague Warrior. And a Ballista. Warrior. Oh, shouldn't have done that. The Ballista actually will slow you down, Ilthin, and I can't afford it. That's such a waste of money. But I'm going to delete it. And we'll take another Plague Warrior instead. The Fairy's not happy, but, well, it's just going to have to be that way. We'll go and get the Fairy and drop it off here for Daros. But it'll have to go to Daros in the future. I didn't build anything in our main province. Let's build a winery. Actually, we are going to spend some... Actually, we could also instead... The Toxic Tent. If I want Plague Claws. No, hold on to the cash. Hit next turn. Alright, so Daros is heading back there. I probably shouldn't... If I'm going to pick up a Fairy Tim, you shouldn't have hired another one of these Ratmen then either. But it'll be okay. Actually, I just realized I can Oh, I can't do it now. I could have upgraded the fort to a stronger fort and unlocked more slots. Then we could have put the Ballista in it instead of doing what I just did. It's too late now. The Deputy of Kahashis province informs you that a hero called the Vanquisher of Ogres has turned up in their land. Recently, he had found an ogre's lair in their province and cleared it out. The people say he's obtained great spoils. The Vanquisher of Ogres has 10 backpacks crammed full of gold. Bless the hero. The hero is touched by your gesture. He asks you to accept 400 gold coins from his spoils as a sign of his gratitude. Oh, thank you. Take it to the treasury. We could definitely use that. Alright, Daros, oh my god, repair all your gear. This is left here for Ilthin in the future. I forgot we have an adept! We could give that to Ilthin as well later on. And this goes to our mage, Alarin. So you don't get this any longer. And you get the Sphere of Destruction. This ignores 3 points of the enemy's resistance. He does 3 more damage and it has 1 ammo with it. That's acceptable. Guess we'll head up here now, Alarin, and explore. Daros, army time for you. So awful, losing all of that, but it was going to happen sooner or later, so I'd rather it happen now. Oh, a level 2 swordsman. So much for ever. I have never, in the history of playing this game, I think ever been able to level a swordsman to their tier 2 unit. It never happens. It takes way too long to do it. Level 19. I feel like it's too long. I don't think I've ever seen anyone level up a swordsman to be able to promote it. By the time you're ready for that, you have had to have chewed through so many more difficult battles, and you lose them very quickly. On that note, maybe we shouldn't even have hired this swordsman. Let's see if you hear. And we'll hire just another crossbowman. We'll go back to the... This is a support army now for Daros. We lost all of our monks, so we're going to rehire at least 3 of them. And we will hire 3 ballista as well. Okay. And Daros, now you're going to fight the... Oh, I don't know if we can handle the behemoth now that our powerful army's gone. I don't think we can, actually. And that's interesting. Ohm took this province, so he's pretty strong if he's doing that sort of thing. Is there anything here, Daros, you can kill? You can't kill the black unicorns. Actually, maybe you can. Again, we just lose the whole army. But you could kill them. Possibly. Maybe. could take out some gnolls. Again, you lose the whole army. But you could fight them. Oh, I'm not sure where to send him. These two Darius can handle, but I don't want to send him all the way over there to do that battle. But I guess we'll do exactly that. I guess on the way back he can pick up the ferry that Ilton's going to drop off for him. So that will make sense. We'll do that. He'll also at level 20, and at that point I'll have a much better feeling for him taking out gnolls. Oh, we should be, however, upgrading all our pubs still. Where am I missing that? Let's see. Pubs to taverns. The good news is we lost a lot of really powerful, expensive units because of all the medals that were on them. So thankfully, things are a little cheaper for us now. I guess that's a good thing? I don't think it is. Let's build the... do we need a dungeon? How much corruption do we have? Not very much corruption at the moment. We don't need a dungeon quite yet. We'll take the Pathfinders Guild for extra 25% exploration. Since I have a hunch Ilthin and Ilarin will be doing that soon. Wow, everyone just moved. No one explored. All right, Ilarin, you're doing that. Ilthin, you're going in to visit the forest guards, and we're just going to also get rid of one of these now. We should continue to upgrade our pubs. It all adds up. You want to upgrade every single thing you can. Okay, next turn. End turn. Hero Lauren has returned from his trip. He didn't find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 7% of the land in the province of King's Ford. Keep exploring. Hero Ilthin has reached a glade with a big magic tree towering in the middle. This enchanted place is home to fairies and other forest folk, well able to stand up for themselves as necessary. It is rumored that the Fae folk hoards countless riches. It is also said every day in their domain is a festival. Amazingly, both rumors seem to be pretty close to the truth. Let's talk to the fairies. Hero Ilthin has reached a big magic tree whose crown and hollows are inhabited by fairies. Judging by the noises of laughter coming from the tangle of branches and leaves, the Fae folk are having a party. One of the sprites flies out of the tree's crown up to the hero. Hail to you, human! What has brought you to us? I want to revel at your feast. That's easy! The fairy waves her magic wand, and Ilthin shrinks in size until he is her height. Welcome to our festival. Treat everyone at your own expense. During the feast, Ilthin makes friends with a few of the forest folk, and they become interested in the idea of leaving their native forest and seeing new lands by joining Hero's party. Would you like to hire them? Yeah, more words can't be a bad thing. Now we take another fairy who's immediately unhappy about the rats. After having a lot of fun at the forest feast, the hero, a bit tipsy, returns to his everyday life. The fairy's spell is broken, and Ilthin returns to his normal size. Sometimes we all need to rest. I hate the fact that this constantly happens. The Pathfinders of the province of Kingsford report that some monsters start to appear in the village at night. There is a bird villagers and drives their remains off to some place. All that is found in the morning is a large pool of blood. Our Witcher hunted like in town because we can't. The Witcher took his fee and went hunting in the night, but he did say the stalking of the beast could take quite a while. We'll wait. To honor his promise, the Ratman, who at last found his home, sends you this armor. Oh, that's pretty good. Not bad. I'm more than happy to take that. I've noticed with some of the events that occur, like earthquakes and lichens, once you get one of them, you get hammered by those events. Like every 25 turns. Like, come on, game. Stop it. Give me like 1 or 2 of these per shard, maybe. But not 5 of them. I don't need 5 of these. Let's fight the slave drivers with you, Daros. Ilthin, we're dropping that ferry off. Lauren, you are exploring. We should keep upgrading our pubs. We don't have the money to really build anything else at home. I want to hold on to a little bit more cash. We will wait. Hero Lawrence returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 6% the province of Kingsford. Eador has approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the Old Citadel notice him and preparing for battle. 15 enemies. Kobold Slave, Slave Driver, Beholder, Illithid. Daros says he stands no chance. I actually believe him, but we're going to try anyway. I've never fought an Illithid before, so I want to know what they're capable of. We might, again, lose a whole army here. We'll just rehire a new one. Let's do it. There's 3 Beholders. It's going to take us an age to cross this terrain. Yeah, this was a mistake. This was a giant mistake. We should not have done this. It's too late now. Let's go ahead and give it a try. What happened to this guy? What is this? Paralyzed. Illithid. I've never seen one of these. The squid-like beings known as Illithids, also referred to as mind flailers, are one of the few species within the Underdark that do not bow before their natural neighbors, the Dark Elves. However, while both races are constantly watchful of impending wars between one another, there was a clear threat of surface dwellers, making their inevitable colonization below. Thus, the two have forged a temporary union. Illithids now send their representatives to the Drow, where they provide certain services for them. In exchange for assisting the Drow with the surface dweller nuisance, the Dark Elves provide live prisoners, food, to the Illithids. The common trait of the Illithids, aside from a lustful hunger for brains, is the ability to subdue and dominate minds through psionic practice. Even an individual of exceptional will can fall prey to the hypnotizing gaze of the Illithid. For the contract to be turned into a... Okay, and it's a contract. Okay. So, it's going to take forever to cross this. Let's use haste. Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to do anything there. Everything I want to fire at is just a normal kobold. That's such a waste. Dispel. Good for the Beholder. This is gonna take... Alright, so now we have to crawl forward, so be it. I should have checked the Beholders. I forgot they can do that. Holy crap! Take the hill. Good luck, Daros. Good luck. I have faith in you. I'm just gonna make the assumption that Daros is gonna lose a lot of morale in this battle. And stamina. He's gonna lose a lot of stamina and morale. Oh my god. Everything's dying. Okay, we need morale, and more importantly, stamina back on Daros. We can't one-hit kill these. Really? Oh, 34 hit points. No, you won't. Doing anything else but attacking with arrows is pointless, but we still have beholders on the field of battle. Stop helping those kobolds! That sucks. Can't heal him for 2 more turns. Oh my god, that was 21 damage! How much ammo do you have left? None. Okay. Oh, thank god. Poisoned. Other things are happening to him, too. Meditation, that sucks. Okay, but we need more stamina. I think in the end, we're just not going to have what it takes to do this. Thanks to the illithid. Yeah, we're doomed. Okay, good. I'd rather you shoot that than Daros. Oh my god. Woo! We did it! Lost the whole army again! We did it! 546 bucks on 112 gems for the fight. Daros has hit level 20. Congratulations, Daros. Magic +1. What am I taking? Let's grab Constitution 2. Slowly worm his toward regeneration +1 there. Then again, more attack could be useful too. +2 attack, +1 counter. Let's get Constitution 2. So we'll give you an ammo, little healer. You gained a stamina medal. You're not going to get that. You gained Bless, monk. Congratulations. We'll give you more morale to that fight. We have earned another Sphere of Destruction. Emissaries Boots, +6 hit points, +3 stamina. Something useful. Well, Daros already has some other boots waiting for himself, but that's useful. Trade. Change. He wants 46 bucks per turn and still 3 gems. I'm willing to agree to that, Ohm. The scout in the province of Saturn Wilderness report that ancient ruins not far from the settlement are infested by some creatures. That's a hint that there's something there we should probably kill. There too. Weavers in the province of Forbidden Wood have created fabric with amazing magical properties. What should be done with the material? I could really use more money, but this might be some decent clothes for Alarin, or a cloak, which we don't have a good cloak yet. Let's make clothes out of it. The fabric is handed over to the best tailors. After long hard work, they deliver their creation to the treasury. The Ogre's Mask. Interesting item. Excellent. Reward detailers. Okay, we're dropping that fairy off. Daros. My god. You won. You gain another point in magic, which is good. I guess we'll give you the Emissary Boots for a little bit, and you won't need these sandals anymore. You know, the Sphere of Destruction here, I think, can be given to Ilthin. He can hold on to it. It gives him only one more ammo, though. Oh, but he's not using wands at the moment, so wand firing isn't going to be helpful. Although the 93 points of damage would let his magic damage... this does apply, I believe, to the range attack of his. We're heading back here for that fairy now, Daros. I was originally... Actually, what else is still here? Did I see what the rebels consisted of before? I did not. Can Daros do that fight alone? Now, let's send him back. We'll get an army again, and we'll send him out someplace. We'll probably, I guess, do the barbarian tribes at that point. We should probably look to build another tier 2 spell school. We do have access to tier 3 with the Sphere of Ice. So I think we would want to build that. And the Illusionary Guild gives us access to the Tower of Hypnosis. The Temple of Life, we stops there. Okay. So it's going to be one of these two that we build. Is that right? Actually, can I build all 4? I don't think I can. No, we only build 3 of these. So... do I want to spend 468 right now for it, though? I do not. Let's just pull you back home, back here to resupply. With you, Ilthin will move. Alarian will explore. And we can upgrade 4 of my pubs. I don't feel, by the way, it's possible for your solo hero to solo that. I have no clue how you would do that type of battle with just one hero. I guess, like, Daros can win, thanks to the fact he's got an army to distract the enemy and actually help a little bit. I don't think we would have won, again, without the army there. Daros isn't built to handle everything by his lonesome either. I guess the solo hero really is for the beginning portions of the game, and then you transfer over to using an army later, or it depends, like, it all depends upon what you're fighting. Hero Lawrence returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 6% of the land in the province of King's Ford. In the night, the same Witcher you hired to go hunting arrives in your castle. He says that he managed to track down a monster and catch it. The monster and catch it. And true to his word, the Witcher drags a Lycan along, safely held in chains. The beast is immediately put into a cage. Now what do I do with it? The deputy of the Tannerside province informs you that a hero called the Vanquisher of Warlocks has turned up in their land. Recently, he was rather jealous about the Vanquisher of Ogres who showed up here, and he went here and defeated Warlocks, which are clearly more powerful. People say that there were a great many trophies obtained. The Vanquisher of Warlock has 6 backpacks crammed full of gold. Not quite 10, but Warlocks aren't known for their hoarding of gold. Mostly it's for their spell scrolls. Oh, bless the hero. Ilthin. Oh, please tell me I didn't move you in properly. I did not. Okay, so we're going to leave this ferry here. And now we're hiring another Ratman. Okay, and as long as we're here, let's look at some of the gear we picked up. So we got another freaking Lycan. We do have the Basilisk Boots for 5 hit points and 2 Swamp Knowledge. Daros is on the way with the Emissaries Boots, which I think will be better for Ilthin. And these are light armor, so these should go to Ilthin then. So we'll give him those at least to start. So here's the Monolith Boots that we picked up. 8 hit points, +1 defense, and +1 range defense. Heavy armor, so only Daros can wear those. And here's the Ogre's Mask. 6 hit points and Necrophage 10. If you stop over a corpse, you can devour it, and you will heal 10 hit points. Arguably, that might be good for Daros as well. We'll take a look at what he's wearing. I'm not giving up our merchant's hat for it. So I guess this could go to Ilaran. He is, after all, a necromancer, so it might make sense for him to have it. While we're here, what will it take to build this? We need to build one more of these. I guess it really should be the guardsmen. Unless I feel like I'm going to march over here and take the horses here. Maybe we should do that. Oh, actually, hold on a second as well. So Daros reached level 20. He is no longer a holy knight. He is now a paladin. Let's see what he gained. Oh, look at him. Yeah, he looks amazing too. So he's gained now first aid 8. So he picked up 5 more points of first aid. So when he passes his turn, he doesn't do anything. He heals himself 8 hit points. He's also going to heal himself much more after combat. Oh, he has first strike now as well. That's nice. That actually will be really handy with his flail for taking out the stamina of the enemy first. Might reduce the damage that he suffers because of that. He's got an extra point in Smite Evil. Looks like 2 more points in Hunter of Undead and 2 more points in Hunter of Demons. Still has Armor of Faith 20, and now he has Heavenly Armor. Damage dealt to a unit by creatures with the negative karma is reduced by 10 to 30%, depending on the karma. Bonuses for Heavenly Armor and Armor of Faith, if any, stack. Heavenly Armor only works when a Mariner's morale is above 10. So very, very, very nice, Daros. We definitely want you back there. Looks like you also gained another Tier 2 spell slot at some point. Maybe that's also what happened when you hit level 20. You know, it would make a lot of sense for me to build the Temple of Life, but then I only get 1 Tier 3 spell school. Actually, Word of Life is very powerful. 5 hit points and 2 stamina recovered each turn. Attack and speed are increased by 1. Wow, that is actually really nice. Maybe we do take that for Daros. We only build one of these other 2 buildings that gives access to a Tier 3. Probably be the Sphere of Stone, but I'm not sure just yet. Oh, I need to build the Enchanted Grove, apparently, to build the Citadel. Really? It really should be horses. If you're gonna build a building here, it should be something that requires horses. Because again, Ohm's not gonna. You and Ohm will eventually be fighting. Could take the war school for the extra 40 experience on my units. That would be helpful when I hire them. But it's 450. You know what? Let's do it. It's 450 to actually, do I want that? This also gives me access to the Templar Order and the Fighters Guild. Men of War is another good guard to have. Let's do it. Sure. Last one of those that we can build. So that's all the extra experience points we're going to be able to earn. There'll be no loafers. Who's not doing anything? Oh, Ilthin. You can't kill the black unicorns either. That's not going to happen, especially with your army. Let's just explore with you. Yep. End your turn. While exploring the province of Kingsford, the hero Ilaran found an idol. Examine it. No, there's no way he wins. The hero Ilaran approached a place of worship to some dark god. A lot of innocent blood was spilled here in the name of an evil deity whose idol towers over his sanctuary, and the servants of the god are clearly not allowing their evil lord to be disturbed. 14 enemies. Ghost Whisperers, Wolves, and Spirit Conjurers. There'll be like 2 Spirit Conjurers, 6 Ghost Whisperers, and the rest are Wolves if I recall correctly. Ilaran's no match for them, so we gotta retreat. While exploring the province of Wicker Forest, the hero Ilthin found something unusual. Underground cave. Explore it. Here, Ilthin has reached an entrance to a huge underground cave. It looks like there's something hidden. Judging by the tracks, drilling operations were performed here recently, but it's not clear who occupies the cave now. Suddenly you hear skittering noises. They seem to be coming closer. 9 enemies. Kobolds, harpies, medusas, minotaurs, and manticores. That is, Ilthin, you are no match for them. You have to retreat. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. An adventurer known as Deadeye, the Deadeye, has found an abandoned temple in the province of Wicker Forest. He's asking you to help him with the gear he needs to explore what he has found. He promises to hand over half of whatever spoils he finds in your treasury. I'll let him as long as he pays. The Deadeye explores the abandoned temple and finds a little gold and a few valuable items. He hands over the promised half of the trophies to your treasury. Oh, Veteran's Gloves is... That's not bad. 4 hit points, +1 stamina, +1 parry. 51 bucks. So little. What a pity. What a pity. The deputy of the Hunter's Lot province informs you that a statue of an ancient god of luck has appeared in the middle of the city square overnight. This is a very good sign, and the people of the province are celebrating and enjoying themselves. These are all stupid superstitions. The council is being visited by cripples and freaks who have heard of your kindness and generosity. They ask you to give them some gold for accommodations and food. Give them what they're asking for. Your supplicants leave with words of sincere gratitude. I like using my power to do good. All right. I think we've played for an hour and a half, everyone, so we probably should stop here. So first, Ilthin is still hanging out here. We're waiting for Daros. So it's at this point I need... Do I want to take... We want to take good aligned units still, Tim, with Daros. He's a paladin. He's good aligned. Don't take Ratman with him. So that means... Oh god, I hate how slow the crossbowmen are. We could not take crossbowmen and take a bunch of slingers. Oh, but I'm taking ballista. And they're slow too, so you might as well stick with the plan. Okay. So let's take 2 more monks. We take 3 crossbowmen. And 3 ballista. You know, I'm tempted to not use this healer. And just disband him. I could use another monk, another crossbowman instead. We'll hold on to him at the moment, but I may get rid of him later. Jimmy, if you're not going to hold on to him, Tim, then you should just drop him, because he's 3 gems per turn. How many am I making? 14? It'll be okay for me to hold on to him at the moment. And I think Daros can defeat this enemy army, though. So we'll do 1 more battle. If we lose the whole army again, my god, this is super, super bad. But on that same note, it's been lots of fun, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. Let's see, you have haste. Let's give you another haste. And the tier 2 spells are Stone Crust and Celestial Shield. We will definitely give you Celestial Shield. Actually, why would I do that? No, don't give him Celestial Shield. Why don't you go ahead, if you haven't built something already, go ahead and build that Temple of Life. And now you can give him Word of Life. You know, I'm going to give him 2 of those as well. I really want the stamina regen on Daros, which is why I'm doing that. And Ilthin, nope, your spells are still fine. You really need more magic power on you, too. We got really unlucky with the magic power we're getting on most of my heroes. And poor Ilarin, he's just not getting any levels. Let's see. There's some tier 1 provinces down here that can be explored. So let's send you back down south, Ilarin. And Ilthin, you should be hanging out around tier 2, so we'll send you here. And Daros, repair your gear, by the way. I think we do give these to Ilarin. These have ranged attack +2. Interesting. It doesn't matter. It's going to someone else. You get +1 defense and +1 range defense. And oh, you're using a Helm of Valor. Oh, and you know what though? This actually kind of works out well. So we will give Daros the Ogre's Mask. And you know, since now he has First Strike, we don't need the Bardiche either. That can just stay behind it. We can sell the Claymore. We'll never use it. I guess we'll still hold on to this in case for some reason I need +1 more attack. You know, you don't do that much damage either, Daros. I'm looking at you. 15 and 14, and you don't have very much precise strike or parry either. It really should be attack stats I'm giving you from now on. Most of your damage comes from fighting evil. If whatchamacallit hasn't built himself that way, if his heroes are all good aligned and using good aligned units, you're not going to do a whole lot against them. Let's give him the Veteran's Gloves. And I guess we'll just hold on to all this. If we do take a commander later on, we'll be glad to have the stuff lying around for him as well. I guess we'll just hold on to the Lycans. Okay, so what's next? I'll end it. Oh, we should stop here. So let me first build some more buildings in my provinces. If I have any more pubs. We do. We have 2 more. Okay. God. Is that just 2 battles? Well, we're gonna do what we will do one more. We'll do one more with Daros. Let's see how bad this goes for us. So let's go ahead and end the turn. Okay, here Daros is pretty confident about this. Although I'm pretty sure these enemies are not all evil. Kobolds are, Harpies are, Minotaurs are not, Medusas are not. Manticore I think might be. Let's do it. Oh my god, this army is going to be right on top of you, Daros, immediately. This was a mistake. Mistake. All right. Well, we're gonna lose this fairy also to this. I don't think anything's surviving except for Daros. Let's go ahead and start. Minotaurs are neutral, yep, and Medusa are neutral. These are evil. This is neutral, so we don't do that much damage to it. Okay. Well, little fairy, we haste Daros to start. Poisoned. Oh god, it does a lot of poison damage too. I should have hit it with range attacks first, and we could have killed it with Daros, instead of just taking that big hit for no reason. I messed up that first turn pretty badly. There goes our fairy. We're not gonna hire another. We're not. It just takes too long. Why'd I move him here? Why'd I do that? Because I wanted to do the tiny bit of damage to that. That was pointless. God, I'm not even going to kill it. I'm not even going to kill it. I am worried about the Minotaurs, but they'll wipe out my army, and that just has to be a thing that happens. Unfortunately. See, this one should attack Daros. Oh, I don't want to shoot this. We're losing all these units anyway. You lost all your ammo to that harpy. That kind of sucks. Oh, okay, it's everyone beat on Daros. That's acceptable to me. So we could use Cat's reflexes. Parry 2, dodge 2. Let's do it. Okay, this wasn't so bad. Looks like we're gonna keep most of the army. I forgot my monks can rest to recover their spells. Wasn't bad at all. We lost a fairy, which sucks, but forget it. We're not hiring another one. And we lost a ballista as well. And that lots of people are wounded, but we won. And Darius is now level 21. God, I really want athletics to level 3 to get +1 speed, but it will take so long to get up there. And at this point, I feel like we need more attack. So, let's take Weapon Master 4. We will give you a precise shot medal. You can get a extra range attack. Mass healing. Restores 9 hit points to all friendly units on the battlefield. Healing effect increases with the caster's spell power. That makes sense for Daros if he ever does get a tier 3 spell unlocked. Right now it's just down here with everything. Oh, we already have a mass healing. Okay. Alright. So that will do it for us, everyone. Not a bad way to end it with a battle that didn't cost us everything. That's good. Just most things. There we go. Alright. Good God. These battles are awful. Awful battles for us, but we're pushing forward. We should also wrap up the episode by building whatever else I'm going to build. So I really like Jousting Ring, but we can't afford it. Rather, we can afford it. You know what? I guess we will push out with Daros. Now he's level 20 and take on these gnolls, and then move into Reaper's Burr, which I think is a place we can purchase. So that will be the plan coming up. On that note, then I guess I will take the Jousting Arena after all, in order to gain the Horsemen, because I really like Horsemen. This generally is what I like building, these 3. I almost always build exactly these 3 for my armies, if I'm playing a good aligned Astral Master. Alaron, you're hanging over there. Elfin, you can explore. And I think that's all we can do at the moment. Can I upgrade any other buildings? No, but we have space for something here, so we should put something here. So, could upgrade our... Okay, let's... no, we don't need a fort there. Wait. Don't I have to have an outpost first? There's no outpost here. There's a mine and a tavern, but I can immediately build... I can immediately build a fort? No. No, I'm sorry, I can't. The fort is red. The title's red. You have to upgrade an outpost, and we don't have the money for the outpost. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, then I'm done. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back to read any comments I got on the last video, which is being uploaded as we speak, and will be visible tomorrow, the 26th. And this was quite a step back in the amount of death that didn't happen to me. I lost Daros' whole army. I thought that was going to happen several episodes ago, though, so... best to get it over with. We also lost his army a second time, so we lost it twice. God, that's so demoralizing for Daros. But we're doing well. Darius is at least living, and we had enough money to repurchase the army and keep going. So we'll keep pushing forward. All right, everyone. I will be back in a few seconds to read your comments. Oh, and I'm muted. Alright guys, I'm here to read the comments on the last video, which was 183. A heads up that I have recorded up to part 186, and so you are seeing a different campaign here because I don't want to have any hints as to what's occurred in the leading up to that part. So I'll quickly say that we're phrase this in a way that doesn't give away anything that's happened. How about this? We're still good, okay? Everything is still good, and by that I mean with the game. So we're continuing forward. We're gonna at least get to a part 187, okay? Let's go with that. I don't want to ruin anything else that happens, though. So, thus, anyway, we're over here at Tribus's campaign rather than Lotaeri's. Let's go ahead and now read your comments. Let's see, who was the oldest one I've got here? That would be V2 Heiskanen, who says, the basic sword rats seem to have some kind of spell as well. Do you know what it is? Yes! You are seeing them have a necrophage. I unfortunately can't show you here because I'm not on that campaign slot anymore, and I can't go to it without showing a lot of what's occurred. So there will be... I can't show you, but yes, it is indeed necrophage. Necrophage is something that wolves also have, and I think ghouls possess. I think ogres have it as well, and you gain it if you have the ogre's mask as a item, and if several other creatures probably have it too. It lets them eat a corpse, and they recover hit points. The sword rats can also get Summon Rat as an option, as an optional cast if they so desire. Alright, who was next? Vipera Burris says that was really close. Apparently the warrior isn't that good against the behemoth. I had a much easier time the first time I encountered it with a mage. Well done in surviving there. Yeah! So, I mean, I think I talked about it very briefly during this episode. But I really like how all the different heroes are really well suited to fighting different types of enemies. And with different types of tactics. A certain type of scout, like a ranger, would do better against some enemies than the archer would. And the entire scout army, no matter what scout it was, would probably do better against some armies than the wizard would do. It all depends upon how you've built them and the equipment they have, and how good you are at obviously using them as well, but there are some advantages that they all have that others don't. Our warrior can handle our paladin can handle a whole army of greatly evil creatures without too much trouble all by himself, thanks to heavenly armor and armor of faith. We do greatly reducing the damage he takes. But another, like, our scout probably couldn't handle a complete pack of, like, gnolls or undead, because they'd wipe out his army, and he would not be able to tank it very well by himself. But again, it all depends upon how you've built them and the spells and what have you that you have come across too. Yeah, that was a fun fight, though, against that behemoth. I forgot how tough they were. 33-something damage. Oh, my God. That was... Oh, crap. If not for our swordsman, man, we would have lost Daros there, wouldn't we? That was... Whew, that was really close. That was really close. Vipera Burst also says, also in my experience, the AI puts their best guard in their capital. Sometimes stuff they found on the map, like stone golems and other nasty enemies, at least for the earlier shards. Yeah... Getting something really nasty in their capital is awful if you are in their early shards, because you don't have access to tier 2 units or tier 3 units to help you get past them. You don't have access to tier 2 spells or tier 3 spells. If it's something like a Phoenix Colt, God, you're going to be farming a lot to get the good equipment you need on the correct type of hero to walk in there and beat that thing. It could be fun because you could just pin the AI there, but oh god, it could take like 20, 30 hours of just doing all the locations to level up, find some good gear, then show up at the front doorstep. And even then, you might have to do it with several squads. Like if Daros was to have to fight a group of slugs in the enemy capital, like 10 slugs. Oh god. This is horrible. Easy. Easy for a necromancer to do. Lauren might actually have been able to like handle a group of 3 slugs and so on, because they don't do any significant damage to skeletons due to their super high ranged defense and their resistance to, I think, acid and poison. So they'd be fine, but it wouldn't work so well with our other armies. Anyways, well done. It's sad you lost some monks and some ballistas, but it happens on these bigger shards with this crazy independence. Man, what'd you think of this episode? We tried our hand at several things that I've never fought before. The one slave drivers with the Illithid. I don't think I've ever fought an Illithid before. So now I know it's got a fantastic range attack that ignores all armor and magic resistance. It just hits you for like 24 points of damage per attack. That's just awful. And they can paralyze people. I'm surprised they can't charm people too. Yeah, that was a fun fight. It was a fun fight. Let's see here. I responded back to you saying it was a real slaughterhouse in this episode. You were like, I hope it's not the hyper level opponent again. That would be a shame. And I'm saying nope. Like, we haven't yet encountered a hyper level opponent, at least not at that episode. This episode, that is. So no reason to worry at this moment. Who is next? That would be Alexander, I think. Yep. Alexander says, hey, Tim. Didn't know that behemoths can appear with Barbarians tribe. Yeah, I knew they could. I couldn't remember if they were with the orcs or barbarians. And I have fought them before in this campaign. It's one of the reasons why you saw me hesitating, trying to push out of our initial provinces, because I knew tier 4s are going to have what we've seen them have. I knew they were going to have, like, the behemoths. I knew orcs had something very strong as well. I thought they had the Tarrasque, but no, their chieftain, God, was just awful. That was awful. And when I think it's going to be the next episode, when we fight gnolls, you're going to see why gnolls are horrible to fight, and why I wasn't looking forward to fighting any of them. Because it's we probably lose the army, but keep Daros situation. They are ripped off straight from Heroes of Might and Magic 3 from a Citadel Castle, so I think it's alright for them to side with Barbarians. Fought a couple of them in caves. Level 20 warrior can face tank 1, but 2 are a bit too much. Nice! Yeah, as you saw, we weren't level 20. So we had to do, as I don't think we're level 20. I think we just became level 20. And so yeah, that's really tough. We don't have more of the higher skills. Another reason why I originally wanted to wait until we hit level 20 before I try to push my way out into those tier 4 provinces. But we still managed to do it through what I thought was the weakest hole, as it were. Going through the the brigands and then the barbarians. They were going to be easier than anything else that we would have encountered. Also, that's interesting. So I've never played any of the Might and Magics. I don't own a single one of them. I don't think I do. But I remember Might and Magic. Is that the one that like every squad is represented by a single unit, and when they take damage, you lose a number of the individual units in that one unit? I don't know a way to describe it. It's like I seem to remember watching one or two people play the game, and like there's like a flying fairy, and it gets hit, and then like 8 fairies die, but the fairy's still there, and you're like, this is kind of weird. But I guess every single unit on the battlefield, every single individual looking model on the battlefield represents a squad of them, and you lose a bunch of them whenever they're struck, and thus their damage and maximum hit points begin to degrade as they take those hits. Let's see. Also tried to use Totally Not Skaven on my last shard. They are quite good to use them in tier 2, 3 sites with singular powerful enemies like Cyclops or Ogres just to waste enemy stamina. But in a large-scale warfare, they feel a bit too squishy for my liking. I think the idea with the Skaven is that you need to weaken anything that's about to hit you to keep your units alive. By using clever uses of atrophy, by using normal rats to make them attack and counterattack and get fevers on everyone. It's kind of like the opposite of how I tend to play. I tend to play such that I tend to use bless and defensive buffs in preparation to take the hits. But with the Skaven, it's the opposite. You need to put the debuffs on the people who are about to hit you instead. They can easily swarm enemies with all their summoned rats. Their basic globadiers are pretty good at getting fevers on people, depending upon what the resistance are. In my experience with them, which is now, I'm getting a little more of it in this shard, they're awful against undead. Undead are immune to diseases. They're immune to fevers. They don't care about the low damage and having their stuff debuffed. They can't debuff them. They don't leave any corpses for the Ratmen to eat. No wonder why they hate Necromancers so much. Necromancers represent an army that they're awful at fighting. But otherwise, yeah, it's all about getting that stamina down as quick as possible and then eliminating them. Combining them with Ilthin will probably be very good if Ilthin can use his false alarm to lower everyone's stamina, and then we use fevers and atrophies to take the little bit they have away. Alexander says, so right now I'm testing out that equipment thingy that keeps happening occasionally. It is tied to a hero you are hiring, since after restarting the game the same shard 5 times, I get the same warrior with the same upgrade equipment and the same passive ability. So, what's happening here, and I think I've described it before, is that Eador Genesis, to my knowledge, with New Horizons especially, uses what's called a fixed seed. So, whenever you create a shard, and you go into that shard to start, it doesn't matter when you go to that shard's already been generated. It will not be regenerated randomly for you again. So, like, in Sword of the Stars, for example, if you were to go down to a Sword of the Stars is a Pit, which is a roguelike game. It's a dungeon crawl. When you go down a flight of stairs to a new level, that level will be the same if you had just been standing on the stairs and went down there. It would look exactly the same enemies in it as many times as you went down there, because the game's going to use the same seed generator to design the level below. Shards are designed the same way. The events that occur will always be the same as well. If we were to end the turn and not have done anything with our heroes, we would get a bunch of events. If we then restored to the past and hit end turn again without doing anything, just like we had just done, then we get the same exact events. The game uses the same exact numbers whenever it generates them in a very particular order. So when you go into a shard and you hire a hero first turn, and it's a warrior, I'm pretty sure that warrior will be exactly the same warrior every single time with exactly the same statistics, the same skills, the same equipment every time. And so you can then, you can cheat by, like, if you back up the game data files to try to see what the other heroes would be, so you would know which hero to bring with you. At one point, I had asked you guys if it would be acceptable for me to see what my shards looked like before I showed up on them. This way I would know what to take with me from the Astral before I showed up here. But you guys said, oh, Tim, that's probably a little bit too cheaty. And I was like, you know what? You're right, it is. We won't bother doing that. But you'll note when I started the shard I'm currently on, not this one obviously, but the one in the campaign with Lotaeri, that I knew that we were going to struggle for gems, even though it was a swap shard, because I had been on that shard. We entered it years ago, and the game was going to keep the same numbers it had before. Now, it did mix it up a little bit, because we didn't have halflings next to us at the beginning, which we had the last time we were there 3 years ago or so. So it looks like there are some things that are different. Maybe they've changed things slightly now in New Horizons. But it wouldn't surprise me again that you are getting the same warrior every single time with the same gear. On that note, if you were to do a little more describing of this, if you were to do a battle, it is my expectation and impression that if you did everything exactly the same, and the AI did everything exactly the same in response to you, that the rewards you would get at the end of that battle would also be exactly the same as the ones that you got before when you beat it or when you lost it, for example. So that's what I'm trying to do when I'm describing what a fixed seed RNG is. Let's think here. Yeah, if you try to buy other stuff like used equipment, yeah, it won't matter. You'd have to pass a turn and then hire the hero the second turn. So as in, just like, I tried buying equipment and so on, but it doesn't seem to matter what hero I get first. No, you'd have to end the turn and go to the second turn, and then the warrior you hire at the second turn would probably be different from the one you got on the first turn. So I responded back trying to explain how that worked. Dennis Mayak came into the thread and said, maybe it is in addition to Horizons, but in Vanilla is 100% not using fixed seeds. Hiring heroes always gives me a different hero. I would not be able to get hero armor skill in the first turn with a fixed seed. Interesting. So I'm pretty sure that it's been fixed seed for me, at least in the past as well, with normal Eador, but that it has been a long time since I've played normal Eador Genesis, so I might be just misremembering that. So that's interesting. I think I do prefer the fixed seeds here in New Horizons because it means that you can't try to fish for certain things, as it were. But that's good to know if that is true, Dennis. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at I responded back to him saying, "Oh, that's interesting. I could have sworn normal Eador Genesis also had a fixed seed, but maybe I'm misremembering." Then Adorkable left a comment here, and she said, "Glad to see you finally experience the power of Ratmen. So am I. I love the Ratmen. They are amazing. A full force of Ratmen can basically reduce an enemy to a bunch of tired, diseased, and demoralized fools after just a few turns. But it also explains why their quest requires, the death of necromancers, because you can't poison undead." Yes, I was just saying that. Yep, you can't poison undead. You can't disease undead. You can't eat undead corpses because they don't leave corpses. They're just awful. For the poor Ratmen. God. So, no wonder why they're so angry at them. I did play Skaven in Warhammer Fantasy, so if it is at all feasible, I always ally with the rats. Nice! Hey, another swarm, a fan of swarms I see, or possibly. Right, because you can build the Ratman in several different ways, just like you can play the Tyranids in several different ways. In case I didn't mention it, I was a huge fan of the Tyranids back in Warhammer 40k. I played them in 3rd edition, had a swarm army. Man, it was great. Back in 3rd edition, you could have quite a variety of ways you could build your gaunts. You didn't have to only purchase certain gaunts. So I would field 3 squads of 32 Spine Fist gaunts. A single squad of them would cost me 195 points. And we often played 2,500 point games, or 2,000 point games at my local game store. And what this means is that for less than like 1/4 or 1/3 the cost of my total army, I had 96 models on the board, and they're troop choices, and it's pretty horrifying when you see 96 units, models on the board, and you look over at the rest of my force, and I've got another like 2 squads of 24 gaunts to be set down that are much more powerful. I have Gene Stealers ready to be set down. I have warriors. I have my tyrant. I have a Carnifex, and I have tons of what looks like models on the board. Of course, the gaunts are a distraction. They're the tar pit. They're all going to die horribly. They don't do much damage, but they're cheap. They're as cheap as I can get them. And the sole reason they're there is because we all want to have fun watching enemies use their, what were they called now? Basilisks? I think they're called basilisks. These, artillery pieces that drop these big AoE pie plates is what they were called on the board to eliminate swarms of enemies. And we had a literal blast with that. My opponents would have a huge amount of fun just decimating like 15 gaunts at a time, and I would have fun just screaming across the board trying to reach his army and eventually reaching it and having a big slugfest in the center of it, trying to take the command points. It was a good deal of fun. But Skaven struck me as being something else I would want to play. Tons of rat swarms, lots of rats for Warhammer Fantasy, but I never played Warhammer Fantasy, so I couldn't tell you anything about it. Adorable says, "Damn you, I'd put this game behind me, hadn't even thought about it for over a year, but now you've dragged me right back into it with your entertaining videos and useful commentary." Oh, thank you, Adorable. I'm also always honored whenever anyone picks up a game because of me, especially if it's a game that they've never played before and they go and buy it and they like it. Oh, I'm so honored. But yay, I'm glad to see more people are addicted to the game again. 6 shards into a new campaign already, and there's no sign of me stopping anytime soon. I hope you're happy with yourself. I am! I'm very happy with myself. I'm glad. I'm also glad, Dorkable, you sound a lot better, because I think you were sick before, or something was going wrong. So hopefully you're doing much better. Oh, and I have to share a story of Bob, the world's most terrifying slinger. As what Dorkable says, I got Bob as one of the initial recruits with the commander. Bob was a simple slinger with a few hopes of dreams, but a burning desire hit everything that moved with a rock. This guy killed goblins by the dozen, he knocked out 3 necromancers single-handedly, finished off a demon, killed an orc in melee, took off over half an ironclad's hit points with 1 shot, and got the final kill of the shard. He had, after commander's buffs, 12 range attack, 5 range, 3 stunning shot, a piercing medal, the medal that adds 4 magic damage to your shot, and 20 morale. I will miss Bob. Man, I never even met Bob, and I miss him too. That's pretty amazing. Wow, that's so powerful. Did you upgrade him to a higher rank slinger? I've noticed on several shards when I have the option to do that like especially with my spearmen, that they lose some of the upgrades I took with them earlier. Especially they lose all the morale upgrades I gave them. Normally when I am leveling my units, I try to take 1 or 2 morale increases on the way to level 15. And I noticed that if I upgrade the unit, they go back to 10 morale. They lose that. So I think that might be a bug as to what's happening there. I'm just curious, Dorkable, if you have seen that, if you ever have upgraded your units. Or perhaps you just never level morale, so you didn't notice it. In any case, that's an amazing story. Thank you, Dorkable, for sharing that with us. And then we have, I think Dennis Mayak left a... Yep, Dennis left another comment here. So, oh right, he's talking about the exploration speed, because I mentioned briefly that it seemed to me that Elrond was in the forests, and he was exploring like 6% per turn. I was really confused as to why he was exploring so much. I think it was just, I think I misremember what was occurring. He probably was in the plains and explored 4 or 6% there. But Dennis is talking about exploration, so that's useful, so let's go ahead and read it. Dennis says, exploration speed depends on terrain type and how much is already explored. Exploration is slowest on the swamps and fastest on the plains. That's maybe why your wizard explores faster than Scout. Yeah, so I mentioned it only because I thought they were both on the same type of terrain, and they were both exploring it the same amount, even though the Scout had scouting. And I was confused because I thought, I was like, does Alarin have something that increases his scout, the amount he scouts? But later on I noticed, no, he was doing 2% in forest, so that's about what I would have expected. So yeah, you are probably correct, Dennis. Alarin was on the plains, and Ilthin was in the forests. Magician quests are the reason why I hoard spell scrolls in my inventory. Completed quests are not essential, but they give some extra score at the end. Yeah, that's a very important point, Dennis. I forgot all about that. Darn it. There's no way we're getting that vulnerability scroll at this point in the shard, because we're I'm now at full-fledged war. So we don't really have time to do location battles at the point I currently am in any longer. It's going to be very difficult to sneak a few of those in for a vulnerability scroll. But that's a very great point, Dennis, and from now on, I'm going to probably be hoarding level 1 scrolls that I don't intend to... that I'm not going to have schools for as well, just in case it happens. I don't ever remember this quest being available, or maybe I just got super unlucky with it in the past, because the wizards would always teleport me away whenever I tried talking with them. I thought that's exactly what they did. So I was quite surprised when they asked for a spell scroll. And something else I guess I should point out is you see me quite often building buildings, even late in the game, that I don't necessarily need, rather than probably spending the money on things which are more important. This is because of the score. You get, I think, 1 point for every 2 buildings you've built in your Demosthene. I hope I'm saying that correctly, which is why you see me building so many buildings, or trying to keep building buildings, because I want a higher score at the end of the game. Plus, they're all helpful in some way or another. Dennis says, very impressive battle with that behemoth. I thought you would at least use all your army fighting it, but you took it first try without reload. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that too. I thought for sure we would lose the whole army. Now, I was prepared to lose the whole army though, and in this video, we lost the whole army multiple times, as you saw. But I'm glad we lasted as long as we did without doing that. And of course, I am not willing to reload if I lose my whole army. It all depends upon what we gained afterwards, so... Quite a bit different, though, right, than what happened to me, like, 2 or 3 videos in when I did do a Back to the Past after we lost everyone to that Witcher, who's still alive, by the way. We're gonna kill him. Dennis also says, weak AI province guards can be a good source of experience for low-level heroes. When you will be ready, you can send war declaration and order attack Ohm provinces on the same turn with all your heroes. Yeah, that's... So I think we will be doing that in the next 2 videos, because we're going to go to war with Ohm very soon. And I don't want... Again, we're over here because I don't want to show you what the result of that has been so far. So... Yes, it's something that I hadn't realized how much experience you can earn for killing these guards, especially with the, you're correct, with the lower level heroes. Daros won't get as much experience fighting like the recruit guard as, say, Ilthin would, and it's easy enough that Ilthin can probably win that battle without losing anything, and get decent loot for it as well in the end. So I will be trying to do that in the future going forward, assuming that we are able to do that going forward, and that I'm not the one who is losing horribly to Ohm at this moment. And again, I don't want to say what's happening, so you will see what the result is so far. And that's it. Oh, and I don't think Ilarion can probably take on any of those battles unless he gets super lucky. He's still like level 4 or 5, if that. Is he still alive at the moment? I can't remember what I did with him. Alright, well anyway, that's all the comments I got. So thank you guys for leaving them. Now a heads up again that I have already recorded this part, and the next 2 parts are recorded. So I'm not going to read your comments at the end of the next part, because I want to get to the one after that as quickly as I can. Only because I think, Froz, you're sick, and you... I'm so sorry, sir. I hope you get better. And it sounds like you're doing okay, so that's very encouraging. And I figured, well, since you said you were happy whenever I upload these, I would upload these one after another for like 3 days in a row if I can. I'm quite busy this weekend with family stuff, but I can still fit in 3 videos really quickly, especially because now I have these recorded already. So we're going to upload this probably today, the 27th. So this will be ready tomorrow on Friday, and then we'll upload one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So, okay, and that's it. I'm babbling. Thank you guys for watching and listening to these comments, me reading the comments. Thank you guys for leaving them again, and I will talk to you all later. Take care, everyone.